Hey, I decided to speak about what had happened today because I know right now I'm very, very upset and I'm trying to calm down because this lady was so rude to me. And as she was doing the neurologist test and asking me to look at her finger and go to the other side, I had trouble with that because it was starting to make my trigger my head and make it hard for me to see. And she said, "Oh, come on now, you gotta do it. Come on." And I'm like, "I'm telling you that the finger that I'm following is triggering me." So that's one thing it's like, come on, isn't the test to find out what's going on? And if something happens during that test, don't you think you should look into it more? So, I mean, everything, she just rushed me. And, she told my ILS worker, because she was with me, that I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear from her. And it's like, well, I mean, we said that she is with me, so she wouldn't know about me. But the woman didn't care to hear us speak. She was just very, very rude. Right now, it just got me pretty much upset. I'm upset. My head is hurting. And I mean, I'm just mad. I'm tired of these doctors mistreating me. I mean, I saw a neurologist before, and he said, "You got headaches and all these issues because you're old and fat." I had another one that tell me, "Oh, it spells." So what I'm trying to understand here is that when I first got sick in June of 2002, my x-ray said, well, my MRI said that I had a brain tumor. So what are they saying? That the MRI is not accurate? Why would why would you continue to use a machine that does not help you and does not work? So after they said that, then they said, okay, you got the vasculitis, and started me on medication with that. And medication helped a little bit. I know my eyes look bad. It's just, I mean, I get tired of it, man. I mean, it's like nobody wants to help me and nobody want to listen about what's going on. I mean, I showed her the picture of my last MRI. And she said, "Oh, nothing going on." I mean, even when my primary doctor saw it, she said something was going on. And for that lady to, treat me like that, she just was rushing. Everything she done, rush. And she was rude the way she talked to me. And, in the middle of that, I just left because if I know I would have stayed that long, I would have went off on that woman. After when she told my ILS worker that because my ILS worker say, well, if it's tension, why does it affect my motor skills, my ability to speak, my ability to walk, and sometimes my ability, to talk? Well, a lot my ability to talk. She said, it's just, not spell. She said, oh, it's emotional. And I feel like this, when doctors don't know what's going on, they like to put it on you to act like, oh, it's you and your mind. Because, that's like I was telling my ILS worker. When people get an injury or a gunshot wound or something, of surgery has happened to their body, they will get that feeling and know when rain is coming. Now, before rain gets here, it hurts my head real bad. I know when it's coming. And that's another thing. I was hit by a drunk driver while walking across the street. This drunk driver drugged me a couple of blocks. I was out cold. I woke up, the back of my head was bleeding. Then when I'm at elementary school, this girl took my head and she smashed it into the cement. So there you go with 2 injuries right there to my brain, but nobody is looking at that. And nobody is looking at that at all. And right now my head is so bad. Sometimes you feel like you wish people can feel what you feel and what you're going through. Maybe they'll listen then, but the kind of pain I feel, the kind of pain I feel, I wouldn't want anybody to go through. It's really bad. And she squeezed my head and triggered it and made everything slow down with me. I'm trying to give my brain a break between the talks. so tired of dealing with doctors like this. So rude, so inconsiderate. They won't even look at all the options in them. I mean, look at the options, man. I've had injury to my head twice. I even got knocked unconscious. There go damage right there to the head. Then when it gets real bad with the shake, I start shaking like someone with Parkinson. And right now it's just overall pressure, pain to my head. That's what's going on. Cause I'm so upset, so mad. And then it feels like my brain is swollen. It feels like there's pressure against my brain. And I can feel the tension as my nerves begins to go real fast. I'm so tired of these doctors. They not looking at everything. Doesn't make sense how you gone. Tell me to do a test to follow your finger. But when that test affect me, you don't say anything about it. It's just like they just ignore it. If something's going on with me, they just ignore it. I am so tired of people like this. So tired of doctors like this. Why would you want? Get in job to service people when you really don't want to. I mean, just like I said, both my MRIs, both of my MRIs said I had a brain tumor and I had vasculitis. I mean, when I first got sick in 2002, which is now in June, my doctor that I did have asked a surgeon to look at my MRI, and he said the tumor is too small for surgery. So that again, you telling me right there that a surgeon looked at it, my brain MRI, and said the tumor is too small. So they just gonna ignore that altogether? Like it don't exist? That's what it's like, and what they doing in my life to my pain. They ignore me. I mean, they keep squeezing my head, and it makes things worse. I don't like it when they try to blame it on emotion or my mental illness. And they sit up there and try to say, well, take your anxiety medicine, help you calm down. I take that medicine and it relaxes me, but it doesn't do nothing for me when the attacks are coming. And there go another thing, nobody, they not paying attention to that. They not listening to the fact that, hey, if I'm taking something mental for my head and anxiety, but I'm still shaking and I'm still having trouble talking, I have the same thing going on that I had before I even took something that should tell them something, and they just ignoring me. I mean, it's like I don't exist. What's going on? I'm gonna stop talking, rest my head, then I get up and do me some work. Cause this is ridiculous. I mean, people get tension in their body, but people don't get tension to the point where they can't talk, can't see, and can't walk. I'm just so hurt and upset the way these people keep treating me. It got me to the point where I don't want to see no doctor. I already cut that out before, and I see a lot of doctors. I wouldn't see very much at all. But okay, I'm gonna rest. Hey, I am up from my episode of pain that was injected on me due to the fact that, the mistreatment from doctors, the ignorance and the ability to ignore me has grown tremendously in the medical field. I mean, I'm not the only one who's going through this. There are many people who, just because they're depressed or maybe have anxiety, that the doctor is going to look at that mental illness and not as the real pain that's going on. Because I've had a woman that told me that she was feeling real bad, and she kept telling her doctor over and over again, it's not my mental illness, I've been taking my medicine, something else is wrong. And that doctor refused to help that patient. And this lady ended up going into emergency room for emergency surgery because something was wrong with her, and that doctor refused to listen to her because they feel like, hey, you have that mental illness sign on you. They're not going to help you when it comes to things that physical. Everything that happens to you, they are looking at it as mental, not as physical things going on. So this is very hard for a person like myself. When in the past I've been suicidal, I've been depressed, but no more since I took my spiritual quest in 2002. A lot has changed in my life and in my heart and in my spirit. So I don't appreciate somebody looking at my past or my mental illness. Look at me with who I am today physically. This is what I want. So I decided to do something about it. I'm going to do what I do best. And I'm calm now. A little bit. I'm not completely calm yet, but I'm getting there. Okay? So the battle is on. The battle is on.